Hey guys, welcome to CineFix. Of course, I'm Dave. This is Anna joining me for a very special review of the last Naruto the movie. This is the 10th Naruto movie, Anna, okay? The 10th one.
It is.
Now, we have to give, it's not really a spoiler because we're not going to spoil any major stuff, but we need to let you guys know that this anime actually takes place between the last and second to last chapters of the manga.
This means that if you are not at least partway through the Fourth Great Ninja War in the anime, you're gonna feel pretty spoiled by parts of the movie.
Yeah, definitely. And so that's important to remember. That being said, this is the first Naruto movie that is canon. And it really feels that way. You know, I love Naruto. It's one of my favorite series of all time, but I always felt like the movies were just sort of like those episodes, right? In the middle that are like, do, right? And it's just kind of like, what's going on? There's nothing that cool. This was the first one that, to me, felt like part of the story, and it makes sense.
There is a reason that it felt like part of the story, and that's because Masashi Kishimoto, who created Naruto, is a big part of making the movie.
Yeah, he basically had the final editorial say on everything, did all the concept designs, and so it really feels like Naruto. Basically, this takes place 2 years after the Fourth Great Ninja War, and there's a villain that wants to take out the Earth using the moon.
Yes.
Basically, a group goes up there to stop it. It's sort of like a James Bond movie with ninjas, except not that one James Bond movie that actually had ninjas. I think from the opening, that's this amazing sort of calligraphy artwork open that goes to the history of ninjas, to where the characters are at in this point, to some amazing, spectacular action scenes.
Yeah, and some great flashbacks, just things that remind you of all the things that you love about Naruto. I mean, besides that, it just has every aspect that you've ever loved in Naruto. It's got the comedy, it's got the history, it's got the sadness, it's got the happy.
Yeah, it really does.
And the fighting.
And the fighting. And there's some amazing fighting, too. Now, I do have to admit, I think there might be some of the audience that might not love this movie as much as we do, which, by the way, if you haven't noticed, this is by far my favorite Naruto movie, if I haven't made that clear. And I think that because a big part of that is that there is a love aspect to this one, like a romantic love aspect that really isn't a big part of Naruto for the most part. And
well,
so I think
the power of love is always a big part of Naruto.
That's true, but he usually says that and then punches a bad guy. There might be some like teens out there, or some other people who are like, oh, that's lame, I just want to see ninja fighting. Well, don't worry, there is a lot of ninja fighting. There's an epic fight on the moon. It's crazy. It's really, really amazing, and it all ties together with the Naruto universe too. Like the main bad guy has to do with the canon story of Naruto. He's not just some random guy who, how come he hasn't tried to do this before? It all makes sense in the story. And then we get some of, I think, maybe the most fulfilling stuff I've ever seen for the end of an anime. Because this is canon, because this goes really at the end of a manga, you're getting actually a lot of story development, a lot of character development in this movie, which is rare for a lot of these anime movies based on the actual series.
Because it's a proper evolution of the characters, it's a proper evolution of their storylines, and the audience that we saw it with, there were so many moments during the movie that there was just a round of cheers from the entire audience.
Now, if you don't watch Naruto, I would not recommend seeing this movie because you will not understand what is happening.
Yeah, none of it will make sense if you're not a Naruto fan.
So, listen, it's only 15 years of show, guys. Get to it already. And I will have to say, I'm not going to spoil anything, but this is literally my favorite post-credit scenes ever. So, if you go see this movie, you're a Naruto fan, you have to sit through the credits because the major stuff happens in the credits.
But then the great stuff happens after the credits. Stay through the whole darn thing.
You know, Marvel movies have conditioned you for this. If you're still walking out, it's your own fault, okay? So it is playing right now, limited, all over the country. If you can find it, I believe 11 Arts is the website to go to. Try to find it. You'll love it.
Also, it is playing in Japanese with subtitles. It is not the dubbed version. If you're watching the dubbed version, you're not far enough in anyway.
The last Naruto the movie, go check it out. Let us know in the comments down below what your favorite anime movie is. And also make sure to check out all the cool stuff we have here at CineFix. Make sure to check out Alien Wars this week. We got the semifinals going on. Thanks so much for watching, and Kagebushin Nanjutsu. I haven't become any clones yet. Not one.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.